But Chiefs 4-0, undefeated, not playing their best ball. They undefeated. Only problem though is they got a lot of injuries piling up, man, especially on the offensive side of the ball. We know Hollywood Brown been out. Pacheco lost Pacheco early in the season, killed my fantasy team. I'm still trying to find ways to win, man, but it's getting harder. I just lost last week. It's getting tough on me. I might be on your line for some trades. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. You know what I mean? And then Rasheed Rice goes down. And if I'm not mistaken, they said it was an ACL, but now they're saying it's not. It's more of a bruise or something along those lines. I got to go back and double check. Don't quote me on that. Maybe you may know more about that, Joe. Can
Nothing
speak
is
to that a little bit
bro.
more.
Everything is a bunch of optimistic going on.
Okay. So just a lot of different mixed reporting going on as far as the injury. But what we do know, he probably gonna be out on IR. He gonna miss a chunk of time. So given the current injuries and any injuries I didn't mention, is it time to be concerned about the Chiefs as far as injuries are concerned?
Man, who we talking about again?
We talking about Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs.
So Mahomes is not hurt. Kelsey's not hurt. Chris Jones not hurt.
Nope.
And Andy Reid still on the sideline?
He's still on the sideline, walking
I'm not
around.
worried. I'm not concerned. I mean, I can't give you no X's and O's. That's what it is with this team. We just saw last year this team had the worst offense in their statistical run, their worst statistical offense in this run. And they went through, in my opinion, the toughest road they had this whole run. They went and played the Miami Dolphins, who was the number one offense in the NFL, beat them. They went and played Buffalo in Buffalo when Buffalo was on a 6-game win streak ending the season, beat Buffalo. Then they turned around and played Baltimore, the MVP, number one defense, trifecta, turnovers, yards, and points, number one, and beat them, then beat the 49ers. So with the worst offense. So that's why, and not in the league, but in their run. So when I look at them right now, I'm like, okay, Hollywood will be back soon. I saw reports that he might be out for the year. He'll be back, not soon, but he will be back before the year is up. Rasheed Rice, I'm not even counting him coming back. I'm not even gonna lie, AJ. He might be out for the year. I mean, that looked bad. He was crying, I think, leaving the stadium in the car, And you got Pacheco. He will be back soon, but you saw what happened. Kelsey had his best game once Rasheed Rice got hurt. They were actually losing that game by double digits when Rasheed Rice got hurt, and they ended up winning that game. You know why? Because they still have an awesome defense. They still have Chris Jones there leading that defense. They still have McDuffie there on that defense. They got Spags calling the defense, and Mahomes making the plays. So as the season goes on with this team, and I do not expect them to go get Devontae Adams. A lot of people say, oh, this was last year. Oh, go trade for this. They like, nah, bro, we got rid of Tyreek. We're not putting more money onto a receiver. We're going to draft receivers, and we're going to build around our defense because we got Mahomes and Kelsey. So until I actually see them have an L next to their column in the playoffs, I won't be concerned no matter what's going on. As long as Mahomes, Chris Jones, Kelsey, and Andy Reid is there, I ain't concerned.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I got the same exact thoughts, bro. If Pat is on the field, and the thing is, bro, what we've noticed over the last few years now, last year and this year, bro, is that defense. If that defense is playing the way it's playing, it is covering and masking. Thank you so much. I had to have my lady come in here and bring me my ring. I got to represent. I ain't have it on. Thank you so much. I almost walked off air and grabbed it. I was trying to hit Joe on the side, like, bro, give me a second. I was like, I could just text her and ask. Thank you so much.
Got something. So
right. I'm like, let me go ahead. Gotta represent. Gotta always represent. You know what I mean? But anyway, like I was saying, as long as Pat is on that field, bro, I'm not concerned. That defense, and I keep on bringing up defense because obviously it's important when you're talking about football. Mm-hmm. The same way I feel about the Jets is the same way I feel about, the Chiefs, as long as that defense is continuing to ball out. Pat don't have to put up 40 points a game. He don't have to score 30 points a game. Spags is going to dial it up against whoever you're going up against. They're going to force turnovers. They're going to get sacks. They're going to give you short fields to work with. And Pat being Pat is going to find a way. He's going to find a way to walk away with wins. No matter who on the field, man, you throwing the ball to Schuster. I don't even like saying his name. You throw the ball to Schuster and get a couple. You throw the ball to Schuster in the end zone, win a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, like, it really does not. It as long as he ain't throwing the ball to me out there, I ain't too concerned. I'm not too concerned. As long as this defense continue the ball up, or Kadarius Toney, exactly. As long as the defense is stepping up, you got Andy, you got Travis, you are all good. Travis got to play a little bit better too. But all in all, man, it's the Chiefs until they're not the Chiefs anymore. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see how they look, though. I mean, these are big pieces. Injuries do stack up over a period of time. So we'll see. We'll see how they continue to look, bro. But it's to the point with the Chiefs, bro, where even if they drop a few games, I'll be like, they'll be all right. You know, Hollywood Brown, from my understanding, is coming back at some point. Pacheco is coming back at some point, right? So you'll have that running game, you know, hitting on all cylinders like it was before, going into the postseason. Like, these guys, and we'll see about Rice. I don't know if he's out for the season again yet or not, but eventually we'll see most of these guys that are hurt come back. So as long as they're coming back, they're not out for the season, you can count on those guys to be there when it matters, then I'm not too worried about it. I don't think so, and I don't think so, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I used to have some good hands, man. I still do, bro. I don't like getting tackled, so it might be
just when you catch it, it's fall to get yourself up.
Yeah, I might have to. I'll be fumbling like a mother. Oh, my bad, Pat. My bad.
See, the Chiefs, right? Also, when you look at every team in the NFL, they probably played the toughest schedule so far. Think about that too. They start the season and play, and I'm not talking about toughest schedule based off of wins and losses. We're talking about the actual opponent. They played the Ravens for week 1. First of all, they 4-0, AJ. Their average margin of victory is 5 points. They're not blowing people out like you said. A win is a win. They just go in there, get they done, no matter who's out there. They play the Ravens. They win by a toenail. No pun intended. They play the Bengals. They win by pass interference. They play the Falcons. They win by a 4th down stop. A 4th and a 1 stop, I believe, on Bijan Robinson. Then they play the Chargers, lose their best player down 10-0, and they still come back and win 17-10. They didn't score. They scored 10 quick points, the Chargers, and then score for the rest of the game. Like you said, as long as that defense playing well and they got Patty Mahomes on the other side and Andy Reid coaching, sorry, I'm picking the Chiefs.
Every time, man.
I ain't concerned. Every time. But yeah, so let's get it, man. You know, left hand up.
Here we go.